and welcome to day 2 of our 10 days art journaling challenge. I'm going to go right into showing you my table view so that you can follow along on our tutorial today. Thank you so much for watching and joining us as we continue on with our challenge. And if you are watching this on the replay, then I would love for you to just go ahead and gather all of your materials as we discussed in the webinar, and let's go ahead and have some fun. We're going to go ahead and work with our mixed media. And first you should have your either a cardboard or it can actually be a small card. They have the project cards that some of them are actually already with designs and then some of them are plain. So just to give you an idea, they normally come in packs like this, and sometimes they already have lines on them. So I have quite a few, but today I'm just using a blank one, okay? So you can use a blank sheet of paper if you don't already have a cardstock or scrapbook paper. All right, the next thing we're going to add, we mentioned the gelatos, so we're going to go ahead and add our gelatos. All right, so we should be back here. We're just going to pick up where we left off. So we're just adding a whole lot more pigment that can be spread. Just press down really hard. All right. And the next one, spreading it in an even, different way. In the middle, and then at the bottom, some more pink. Now we have the opportunity to have some fun with our scraper. So I do want to add some water so it'll be easier to spread. Let's do the bigger part, bigger scraper. You can see a little bit of that pigment is still in there, right? And now I'm glad that we actually added the white paper there at the bottom because we definitely don't need to give ourselves too much work to clean up after all is said and done, right? And this is truly like mixed media, as I was mentioning earlier with the other design and other kind there, is that we are actually going to have this be a background to the card that's going to be created, and it is going to be a card to my future self. Just like you're creating for the challenge, you're going to create a card to your future self, okay? And you want that to be comprised of your dreams, your goals, and you know what it is that you're offering up in your journaling time in complete surrender. All right, the next thing is to add our gold. And this time, I'm not gonna just do dots, I'm gonna do some lines. And then I'm gonna do some dots afterwards. So we're gonna use this to spread it again. And that is one of the things you're gonna realize, guys, is that when you do this sort of art journaling, that prepare to get messy, okay? Prepare to have your hands be completely filled with all the delightful colors. All right, so right now it's just a little bit there in the background. A lot of our gold is spread now. You can see that kind of glisten fun there. Now, I'm a type of person who I mean, messy can be fun, but I really love there to be defined borders. And because I love and want more pink, I'm just gonna border my artwork with the pink. And then I will spread that with my water. So this is less of a watercolor effect and more of a mixed media, bold colors. Right now, doing the work that we're doing right now requires us to be bold. Showing up for ourselves daily requires us to be bold, right? Requires us to sometimes come out of our comfort zone or shell and say, you know what, I'm going to show up for myself every day, like we've been saying on the webinar. I'm going to show up for myself, and I am going to do this in community. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to develop a habit. I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be, right? All those things are so important. All right. So now we have that more defined border. Still that mixed media art. And a lot of times when you're doing these sorts of projects, mixed media art, what you'll find is that you can bring a dryer and dry your work, you know, so that you're able to write on it immediately after creating. Right. So that part, the next thing I want to do is add my dots. And I'm just going to do it right at each corner. It's not going to be like I did before, just at each corner. All right, I mentioned, you know, of course I showed you all these on my last, when I showed you the materials, I showed you guys my gems because I love all things sparkly. So I am going to add some of my gems here. All right. And then I'm just going to add that right below. There we go. So we'll have 2 layers of beauty there. I'm gonna meet this one at the diagonal. So this particular set, just gonna get a brand new one out as the background for our creation. All right, and we're gonna put it right there. Look how it pops. Having that white background really makes this pop. We are going to add the next finishing touches and elements to our card. All right, I'm excited to see how we're gonna finish this up together. I am going to use my liquid pearls. You know, we're all about pearls here. You are a radiant pearl if you're part of this community. There's so many radiant things happening in your life, And one of the adhesives that I can use is this dimensional pearlescent paint. It's in the watermelon color. And I'm going to first make sure that this is added to our backing there. And I want to do that with my glue. Right, so that's just going to be right here. I'm just going to add a little dot, so if then there's a need for me to do anything else and to do any movements, I'll have some leeway to do so. I don't know if I added enough. Now we are going to add our butterfly. And we want this to be kind of three-dimensional, coming from the card. All right. And then the other thing I wanted to add from the butterfly is leaving a trail of pearls that leads to our card. So we have the dream washi tape. I want to utilize this in some way because, of course, during this challenge, we're talking about recording our dreams, our goals, our visions, showing up for ourselves every day for 10 minutes, doing these different things that are going to really help us to get to that place that we desire. It's going to really help us to live to our full potential, become all that we desire to become. So let's start that right here. Our dream. So this still needs to dry, but you get the gist. Dream. A note to my future self. Let's do that on this side as well. Do you all remember when washi tape was all the rage? Now it's I feel like it's a thing of the past, but we still use it. It's still functional. It's just not as hyped as before, right? I'm going to get a little bit of that. Oh, let's get a little bit more. Let's have that be on the E right there. Dream. You know what? I'm just going to leave it on this sheet of paper for now. Leave it in place because we know it will stay. Left now to do is for that to actually dry, and then what I'm planning to do after it dries is I'm going to write. Love makes a house a home. Such a great thought. But so this is a great card reminder there, and either I'm going to have an envelope portion with me recording my thoughts, and I'm going to place this in my journal during this 10-day journaling challenge. Or what I can do is have this portion be my writing portion and simply put this right in the middle there as a note to my future self, and that's the background. All right, so I really enjoyed those of you who were able to watch this creation live with me, and those of you who are going to be watching this on the replay in our Radiant Pearl Connect and Collaborate group here on Facebook. I'm so glad you're a part of the community, and I am looking forward to more days of us truly peeling off the layers as we discussed in the webinar, journaling your way to healing and having clarity and vision and purpose in what you do. So, it all begins with recording, getting that brain dump, getting that sort of, flow of what it is that you want to achieve out of your mind and onto paper. And so, of course, this journey is going to be one after 10 days where we can really come together and see what sort of things we were able to accomplish and overcome, and where it took us in terms of the new potentials and the new heights that we can go in our plans, our goals, and our visions as we dream.
I am fearless, I will keep fighting, I have a purpose, I will keep dreaming.